Hello everybody, and welcome back to DC Universe Online with me and Blind Vine. And last time, we were doing the monkey mission and stuff like that with Gorilla Grodd and all that jazz. I think we were doing that one anyway. Or were we? No, we started on, what was his name? Eclipso mission. Yeah, we started on that. Get a little talkie in.
Oh, the sweet sound of a broken heart. The heart of darkness reaches out to corrupt humans into shadow men under Eclipso's power. The Sentinels cling to their little relics in the hope of cleansing the area. But don't let that stand in our way.
I wanted to quickly let you guys know, just if you guys are interested, because I really do want, like, a bar where kind of people can hang out if they want to. Because I know there's other players that do that, and they kind of have, like, a thing going. But, I finished up the bar, at this point anyway. Maybe at some, Biohunter's talking. At some point, I'll turn it into, like, a proper base size and make it into a big bar or something. I don't know. I kind of like it being a small little dive in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I finished it up. Last time I didn't have everything in here, and now I do. But if you guys want to have access to it and you don't have access to it, say, you know, you're not in the Time Warriors League or you're not in the Oblivion Warriors League, do message me in game or in the comments just with your character's name, and I will add them to the friendly list, and you can come and go as you please in this place. So yeah, like Biohunter here. See, he can come to the bar because he's got access. Yeah, he looks pretty cool too. Got cool like a tech glowy suit. Looks cool. I like it. But yeah, if you guys want access to the bar, just let me know. So yeah, that's that. All right, off to missions. Hall of Doom. The Hall of Doom. I was trying to think of things to talk about today. You know, I always have a topic. Hi, Biohunter. I'm gonna go record, so you'll have to wait till this episode comes out. I wanted to talk about things. I don't know really what to talk about. There's no, like shows on. Although, I watched all of Daredevil. I'm like marathoned it for 2 days. And then I took my mom to go see Deadpool, and that was awesome. But Daredevil, you guys. Oh, splooge. It was so good. Oh, it was really, really good. Their take on Punisher is really, really awesome. I don't really want to spoil it for you guys, because they tried to keep a lot of things really secretive. Things that I was like looking up on the internet, and I'm like, oh, is this character in there? And then like on their IMDb page, it's like, no, they're not in there. But then they are. And I was like, oh, sploosh. But yeah, it's so good. Really good. So if you guys have Netflix, go watch that. Go watch that, you guys. It is worth your time. And if you haven't seen the first season, go watch that and then watch the second season. You're gonna have to, because you're gonna be addicted to it after the first season. I swear to God. Everyone I tell about it, and everyone that's watched it, they're like, oh my God, I'm so addicted to Daredevil. But yeah. So that was awesome. And then, like I said, I took my mom to go see Deadpool, and she laughed her butt off, which was awesome. Because I was kind of scared, because it's kind of an adult film. Well, I mean, you know, like, my mom's an adult. It's not like she's a kid. That'd be weird. But it's got a lot of explicit things in it. And, ooh, I got a lockbox! What's inside the lockbox? Lockbox! Oh, I haven't got anything good. I don't even know if I need divine hands. I don't think I do. I'm gonna get the feet. Probably gonna regret it. I always regret what I get out of there. I'm like, do I need this? I don't think I need this. Oh yeah, I need to protect these guys, don't I? Tibada! Timma! That was my terrible Timmy. Timmer! Did that work? No, I think this one died. Oh well, no one cares. It's just a shadow walker. Or a dark walker, whatever they're called.
The gibbous moon's convex shape results in dust that is rife with magical energy.
Ooh. But besides all that, wait, did I finish the thing with my mom? Oh yeah, it's kind of an explicit movie, so I wasn't sure if she would enjoy it because there's like a lot of sex in it and a lot of themes around one pleasuring themselves. But it made me so happy. If you guys have seen it, then you know the scene. But Deadpool is like regrowing his hand, and it's like this tiny baby hand. And my mom laughed so hard when he talks about jacking off with it. He's like, I bet it's gonna feel so huge inside this hand. I love it. But yeah, she laughed so hard. It made me feel so good because I was like, oh, now I know she likes it. It's not like she wasn't laughing through the rest of the movie like, this movie's not good. No, my mom's awesome. So I knew she'd like it, but I just didn't know how much she would like it. But she was like, I'm probably going to see that a second time when it comes out on video. And I bet her and her boyfriend are going to watch that and laugh their butts off about it. But, I was trying to think of other things to talk about today, since there's not really anything else that's going on that I really want to talk about, you know what I mean? So, because Thursday, I'm going to go see Batman v Superman. And, today, while I was at work, sadly, I had to go back to work. I wasn't on vacation anymore, which made me sad. Oh! But, I messaged out because, if you guys don't know, I'm a big fan of Game Over Greggy, you know, Greg Miller, and the Kind of Funny guys. They're very good. They're very great at having talks about very serious things and very fun things. And Craig, I've told you guys this before, but he had a freak out over the Batman v Superman trailer, the second one that came out, like the original official one, not the last final one, but the official one. But he had a freak out over it, and it's amazing. I watched it several times just for his reaction because it's hilarious. Just how he reacts to the trailer. It's every nerd I've ever known. And I love it. But I messaged to him on Twitter. I think he was just thanking everyone for getting him another favorite personality award, internet personality award. And I was like, all right, but now on Friday you got to put out another freak out video. He messaged back and he's like, Tuesday it'll be out. And I'm like, oh my god, you got an early screening of Batman v Superman? Oh, you're so lucky, dude. Oh god, I wish I could watch it Tuesday. Holy balls. I would be so happy. But it would be so hard for me to record videos. I just couldn't until the movie came out. So I just want to tell you guys things. If it's good. You see, we don't know yet. We don't know if it's good yet. But I imagine it's going to be. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Because you guys know me. I'm a big old fanboy. I'm a nerd. I really, really enjoy comic books, and just I love movies in general, and I love comic book movies a lot. Both sides of the teams, you know, DC or Marvel. I'd like to see some Vertigo stuff. I think, what is it? I think Preacher is coming out in TV. They have a series for Preacher coming out. And I'd like to see a Sandman. I think, do they have one? Because I know they have that show Lucifer. Is that, I don't know if that's based on Sandman or not, but I'd like to see that. I gotta watch that because I think it might be. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know if that's related at all to Sandman or any of that jazz, because that would be pretty cool if it is. But regardless, I'm just a massive fanboy when it comes to that stuff. But I was trying to think about the new movies coming out, because they're very much trying to create their own universe that's competitive with Marvel's universe. And I've talked about before how it bothers me a little bit that the recent Batman movies and stuff, no, Biohunter, I want to go alone. I appreciate the offer, Biohunter, to help me level, but I've told you guys before how I feel about leveling. It's kind of a solo thing for me. It's kind of like my mantra. I don't have to worry about anything else except jibber-jabbering to you guys about all sorts of weird and nerdy things that I want to talk about. But back to the whole topic. Actually, I totally forgot where I was. Oh yeah, DC is trying to make their own world that's separate from Marvel's world. And the thing that's always kind of bugged me was them making the movie so down to earth and so dark and so grim. And I'd like to see more comedy in it, like the Marvel movies. But the reason I mentioned Greg Miller was because, not only to bring it to this point, but he, you should get Lucky Bomber Jacket. Maybe. Is that, I think that's a St. Patty's thing. Maybe I'll get that at some point. Throw that on. But he was talking and he was making the point that the new cinematic DC universe that they're trying to make is very much based on what Nolan was starting out doing. You know, he wanted to make it very down to earth. Like, what would happen if these superheroes actually existed in our day-to-day world? Like, how would people react? You know, how would it influence people? How would it influence our world? How would we deal with threats like that? Like dealing with Superman, which is like the reason why Man of Steel is so maybe not realistic, because, you know, it's still fantasy, but it's it's a lot darker, and it really takes the idea of what would happen in these cities if
the Sentinels
I already finished that one up. Okay.
From doing things like that. Maybe they need to go back to
No, I need to finish up the other thing. Right? Or did I already complete the other thing? Oh, I already completed the other thing. Oh, okay, well, fine.
The Shadow Men are drawn to Eclipso's prison like moths to a flame. But like moths,
I think it did.
they are in danger of being burned. The Sentinels are trapping them in light cages to block the darkness.
Dr. Fate over
Free
here?
the Shadow Men and help them enter Eclipso's prison until Shadow outbalances the light.
Not there right now. Dr. Fate's usually there. Where was I about things?
The Master Eclipso has infused us all with his
But in Man of Steel, it was darker because you're trying to take the idea that if this being, and that's really the take that you can obviously get from the Batman v Superman trailer, is that they're trying to make it feel like what would you do? What would we do if they existed? Like, how would the world react? How would we deal with superheroes? Like, because you couldn't do it like normal. Like, even in the Marvel universe, they're trying to take that aspect, but their movies, I've noticed and I've realized, is that they base it so far out of reality that, you know, we'll listen to this.
Silver powdered under the new moon has restorative power.
Silver powdered under blue moon, or new moon, whatever, don't matter. But like Ant-Man, for instance, like Thomas the Tank Engine bursts out of somebody's house. A tank juts out of a building. They implode a building, and nobody blinks an eye. I mean, they just are like, well, we gotta catch these guys. And it's in that Marvel universe. It's kind of silly and kind of funny that way. Whereas in the Batman or the DC universe so far, they've made it so like, what would happen if this stuff happened? In the Nolan Batman films still kind of sit out of reality because, you know, they're in Gotham, and Gotham's kind of a weird place with weird things. You know, a train like exploding in the middle of town, people freaking out. But at the same time, they kind of take it on, you know, like if a terrorist like the Joker was threatening people on an island, saying, I'm gonna kill everyone on the island unless they evacuate the island before this time. You know, what would they do? They would try to get everyone out of the city as fast as they could. I mean, that's the only thing they could do to save people, is to just get them out of the town. Hey, look, there's the Joker-ish. He's the Joking Goblin, which, if you say fast enough, sounds like the Choking Goblin. But yeah, I get the idea of what they're doing, especially Zack Snyder. He's trying to really base it in reality. And the Man of Steel movie, I personally, I really enjoy that movie. That movie, when it comes to movies, I rarely get like teary-eyed. Unless it's like a really powerful action scene, there's lots of drama. Action scenes like that really get me kind of like, yeah, kill him, or not kill him, but beat him or whatever, you know, win. I want the people to win. But I gotta admit, Pixar and Disney films get me quite teary-eyed. They every time, it doesn't matter what movie it is, but every time they have this certain sort of formula that every time I need to get more vanguards.
Head on into the Sentinel's magical prison. Hope you can see in the dark.
Every time there's one of their movies, they have the same formula, and it always makes me tear up. Every time. Doesn't matter which movie it is. Every time. There's that one scene where things start to get a little bad for the main character, a little trying, and I just tear up. I can't help it. It always happens. I can't explain it. But Man of Steel, I've never really cried over a Superman film. It's never felt that strong to me. But the first like 20 minutes or so of the movie, the whole bit with Krypton and him leaving and stuff, man, I was in the theater. I think I was by myself. I went and saw it because nobody else would go and see it with me. But I was like tearing up. I'm like, oh, it's so sad. This world's gone. Yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough for me watching that movie. Do I need to get these guys still? I think I do.
The flames of magic will purify you.
I don't think I need to get these guys anymore. I think they achieved that one.
From light to evil.
Yay!
Jack.
Go away, Vanguard. Go away! Ow!
Hope you can see in the dark.
Let's Look at this guy. Here, there you go.
The light drains me. I cannot fight it.
The light drains me. But a lot of the scenes of them fighting in the city and everything getting destroyed and people freaking out, not knowing what to do, and people dying, and Zod and Superman's fight when they're in the train station, and the scene that everybody gets upset about, but I really didn't, because it's not the first time Superman's killed Zod, by any means. He's killed him a couple times. A couple too many times. But, I mean, I get the Sentinels. But then again, you know, I've talked about Superman. He is a god in this world. And they're making that point in Batman v Superman, that he's a god. He is a powerful being that came from outer space. To everyone, if that kind of a person came to Earth, you know, what would happen? People would start to freak out. And obviously, people would start to try to worship them because they think they're a god. It's happened every time some sort of person says that they're like Jesus Christ. It always happens. There's always a cult made.
We will cage you as well.
You can't cage me, but I can cage you. Like that. Oh, it didn't work. Get in the cage, Lightkeeper Janice. Get in it. Get in the plant. Get in the plant. Janice, get in my plant. She doesn't want to get inside my plant. Come on. You're gonna get in there, and then I can say, I can cage you. Do it. Do it, lady. Do it. That many thorns has gotta hurt, lady. Eventually, you're gonna have to get inside this plant to protect yourself from my plantiness. Do it. Well, fine. I'll kill you. That satisfies my need enough. It's got better things though. Whatever. Oh, now in 2. Oh, man. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I mean, people would worship him as a god. I mean, I already worship superheroes as gods. Maybe not Superman and Batman, but Batman's not a god. Batman's a man. A manly man. A batsman.
Stop! I'm begging you.
But yeah, Greg was talking about how this idea that if they came to Earth, how would we react? How would we react to new superheroes popping up? And I want to go back to the scene with Superman killing Zod. Because, okay, people got all flipped out about that, and that's dumb. Because superheroes kill. And I've talked about this before. I mean, my superheroes in my series, like SJ, he kills. I mean, SJ is kind of one of... I really like anti-heroes, because when you have an anti-hero, you're already in the mindset that, okay, this person's just going to kill anybody. There's really nobody that stands in their way if they mean it enough. Burn the books! Burn them!
What have you done? Those books.
Levi's not gonna like that.
Millennia. Just a little accident. Oops. Have a look around and see if anything else needs to go up in flames.
I didn't realize it until, I think, Temporal or Emperor, who I call Har, mentioned to me that Levi is like a magical librarian. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. He is a librarian, which is kind of funny. But I like that idea that He's so connected to these books that he's just like that hushing old librarian. All right, well, you guys have fun being whatever you are. Broken. All they are, broken. Kibada! But yeah, like my superheroes, they kill. I wanted to, if you guys haven't watched Event Horizon, I wish the scene had come out better. I'm still not satisfied with how it came out, but at the end of it, you guys should watch it if you haven't watched it, because I really had a lot of fun doing that, and it was a good amount of work doing that. But Quantic has to make the choice of killing Paradarks or keeping him alive. And SJ tells him to kill him because that's what he feels needs to be done. Otherwise, he's just going to come back and keep killing everyone. Or is he? But yeah, I don't know, because I love Batman for the fact that his rule is to not kill. But let's be honest, as Punisher says, you're half measure. When you hit somebody, they get back up. When I hit them, they stay down. Something like that, anyway. But yeah, Batman not wanting to kill like some of the most dangerous people, like the Joker. He puts everyone at danger by not putting them down. And I don't think, Batman's already a vigilante, so he's already on the wrong side of justice. Which is another weird thing, because, a lot of superheroes, they'll be like, I don't kill, it's wrong. Like, I think, like in the series, Daredevil's like, I don't kill. I want to bring them to justice to be rehabilitated, which is a noble goal. But everything you're doing is illegal already. None of this has precedent in legal terms. If you were to beat somebody up and then drop them in a courtyard at a jail, the jail would probably be like, unless the person already has prior stuff, then they would have to go about it a different way. They'd probably have to arrest the person first, then put them back into custody, and that would be a really long, weird, sort of roundabout way of doing things. But it would only matter if they already had priors that were recorded, and they already had bounties or wanted things on them already, But if you just dropped a random like supervillain that nobody's ever heard of, like if you dropped Brainiac in there and nobody had known who Brainiac was, and you just dropped him into like the middle of a prison courtyard, they wouldn't know what to do with him. They'd send him back out on the street. They'd be like, why are you in here? Some guy with a red cape punched me. Do you want to file charges? No, I don't know who he is. All right, we'll get out of here. I mean, that's how it would go. So, being a vigilante, you're already on the wrong side of justice. And, in my opinion, if the situation requires it, and you're already a vigilante, I know you may think in your mind, I don't want to kill. I mean, I would prefer this person to be rehabilitated, and, honestly, most of them are just thinking about their butts. They don't want to be known as the guy who just goes out and kills everybody. Because, of course, you're going to get wanted signs on your head. They're going to be like, this superhero is out killing people. Just willy-nilly, like the Punisher. He's doing good stuff, but he's just killing willy-nilly. So everybody's after them. Kind of depends on how much noticement you want to get. And what kind of noticement you want to get. Do you want to get good noticement? Or acknowledgement? That's a better word. Noticement, I don't think is even a word. Acknowledgement, which is a word that I can use and not sound stupid. But Do you want good acknowledgement? You know, this person's saving the city, doing good things. He's only hurting the bad guys.
Descend into darkness, and I will once again be free to unleash my dark wrath upon you all.
Eclipso, I am Zatanna.
Zatanna!
And the forces of light stand against you. No matter who your allies are, you're getting back in that cage.
You think
Abracadabra!
Abracadabra! Which is not what Zatanna says, I don't think. Maybe she does. She usually uses backwards spell casting. Bert and Ernie.
Arise the demon Etrigan!
Who calls the demon from hellish fires? I'll burn you all on flaming pyres. Of the bane of
Macaroni and cheese.
nice try.
I
but
like to eat
do not
both
die.
of these. In a bowl I shall scarf while I wear my Doctor Who scarf. You can't rhyme scarf with scarf. Even though you're using it two different ways. It's not a rap song. And you can't use the same word to rhyme with another word that's the same word. Just saying. Yeah, it depends on what kind of acknowledgement you want. Like, when it comes to SJ, I know I'm getting way off the topic that I started with. I get that. You guys know how my brain works. It's kind of spastic. It goes everywhere. But like with SJ, he doesn't really care. He does what it takes to get the job done, and that's all that really matters to him. It doesn't matter if the bad guy dies or if he lives. It depends on how dangerous it is at that moment, and is he gonna survive? And if he is gonna survive, how dangerous would it be if this person came back? Okay. I win! Let's go finish this up, and then we'll continue this conversation about things that only I really care about, but you guys might have fun listening to. And I want to do that. Eclipso, talk to me! Eclipso. Eclipso. Hey, Eclipso. Hey, Eclipso.
Ah, Zatanna, silence is golden. Someday my magic will silence you forever.
Still want these cubes.
But not now. Now I have
DC,
my
get on that. I
freedom,
want these cubes.
and eternal darkness awaits.
It's not like they couldn't make them. They were all around the city. Cutscene!
I am Etrigan, Lord of Hell. In those deathless fires do I dwell. Unless someone brave or simply dumb summons me, and then I come. I can take the form of man, but I much prefer being Etrigan. For Etrigan cares not for good or evil. He does what he would. And now Etrigan is unleashed on Earth. You fear Brainiac? I am worse.
See? Super on point. See, look at Etrigan. He's cool. But he was a good guy. Kinda. And then he got cursed. And now he's kind of a good guy still, but he's dangerous. He's worse than Brainiac. Because he'll just kill you. Burn you in fire. Because he's a demon. Yeah. So, I mean, like, SJ, he keeps in such secret that, you know, in the world...
The waxing moon amplifies constructive and positive magics.
In the world that I've kind of created for the stories and everything, SJ is almost, like, non-existent to most people. They don't really acknowledge the fact that he exists. I'm gonna put it on the right one, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on that one. I think it'll help that one out more. Like that. Can't use that. No, no, none of this. None of this is any useful to me. So, I mean, yeah, he can kind of just get away with killing people because it doesn't really matter. People won't take notice to it. I mean, they'll take notice to the fact that people are missing, and they'll be interested in it. Like, at the beginning of Event Horizon, they're like, I did a little news thing where they're talking about the death of his brother being killed by a vigilante, but they don't really know who he is. But it is him killing his brother, because it just would have been bad. And Michael went insane. And at that point, even trying to rehabilitate him would be pointless, really. It would just be asking for more trouble. Bastian responds!
The Sentinels have yet to understand that for there to be light, there must be shadow. And now, the power of the shadow is in our
I tell you, that's not quite true.
Your goddess thanks
Because you can put enough light in a room and there wouldn't be any shadows. So, yeah. I made that point before. With Quantaic is a total mystery, so he, nobody knows who he actually is, and he doesn't go out as a normal person, just an average daily person. He's always kind of Quantaic Strike, no matter what he's doing. He's just doing things, and the people around him kind of support him. So yeah, I mean, I kind of always keep my characters, for the most part, in an area where they don't actually exist along normal society. And when they do, it's kind of a weird sort of relationship.
We will see. The flame of life is mine. Perhaps our moment will come.
Oh, this is interesting. Heard of the Sinestro Corps? You know, the anti-Green Lantern Corps with rings powered by fear. They're looking for some serious
The anti-Green Lantern
Corps. If you're ready
Corps.
to join the intergalactic big leagues, meet the recruiter in the downtown safe house.
But just to finish up the ideas and everything that I'm doing, Superman killing Zod, not a big deal. He was a super danger to everyone. He was going to destroy everyone. Killing him is totally reasonable, in my opinion. Other people are like, no, my Superman doesn't kill. Well, mine does. And that's the only time I'm like, yeah, because, he could literally just snap people's necks. I think it would be a lot harder to snap a Kryptonians, but you have to think about it at the same time. I could snap another guy's neck, so he could probably snap another Kryptonian's neck. I think I could anyway. I don't know, I've never tried. It might be a task that I have to try someday. Oh, that's never going to happen, ever. But yeah, I'm actually kind of seeing what they want to do, because as Greg said, I just quickly want to finish this up and then we'll end the episode. But they're trying to make it more of a realistic world. What if these superheroes came to Earth? How would people react? How would they deal with the world around them? They couldn't just do magical things like, just bonk Brainiac and be like, go on in the universe, Brainiac. Go somewhere else, because he'll come back. No, I'm good. Thanks, though. Whereas in Marvel, it can kind of be a little bit more skewed, but they're trying to make it more realistic compared to Marvel. Marvel's a little bit more fun, a little bit more zany, a little bit more, like, you can get away with the crazy stuff. And you don't have to worry about all the people dying all the time. Because you see them save people, and they do the good thing, the good deeds, and they don't kill people. But DC wants it to be more realistic. And I kind of understand now, because they have to be competitive. And if they're just doing the same thing Marvel's doing, then it's all going to get a little bit skewed, isn't it? And I hadn't thought about that before, but it's true. It would get a little bit skewed. Like, the average person would be like, is this Marvel or is this DC? But they want it to be different. And I'm interested to see what that is. I kind of want to talk about more DC stuff over the week. as we get closer to Batman v Superman coming out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did jibber-jabbering around with you guys. So, thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy it, you should tap that like button. It's simple, it's easy, anyone can do it. Your own grandchildren could do it. Wow, you guys aren't that old. You can do it. Not saying you're a child or anything. You might be young, but I don't know. You might be an old man too. You might like cranberries. So thanks for joining me, everybody, and I will see you all next time.